Happy Monday here from sunny Florida. Waiver Wire Week 12, latest news and notes, studs and sucks. Yes, we're going to be honoring the suck of the week at each position. Big episode. We got birds chirping. We got the sun shining. And I'm telling you guys, there's a couple stud alerts we need to make you aware of, including one running back that's really on my radar coming up to Fantasy Football Week 12. Okay, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. It takes a second of your time. And of course, guys, very, very important, drop your questions below. If you have any trade questions, waiver wire questions, drop them below. Make this interactive, okay? I want to know that you're here. Say, I'm here, and hit the thumbs up. I want to see who's here. Where are you guys from? Location, drop it below. I want to make this interactive. Understand we do go year round, so hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, and we keep you guys up to date, not only with fantasy football, with the latest news and notes, everything and the truth to sports right here on the #1 fantasy football podcast. So hit the thumbs up. Let's get to it, okay? Before we even do that, I understand some people may be like, not making the fantasy football playoffs and they want to keep the action going. You can do that at mybookie.ag. Get in on the action, guys. The code you want to use is FFC upon sign up, and it's pretty much risk-free. $500 bet back bonus at mybookie.ag. Once you use the code FFC, go create an account, mybookie.ag. There's a barcode. I'm going to leave it up here so you can scan this code. Go over there right now. Use code FFC upon sign up. $500 bet back bonus and get in on the action. Monday Night Football, whatever you want to get in on, now you can do it at the best site that I use, mybookie.ag. Use that code FFC, all right? So let's start off here today with the latest news and notes with guess who? You guys know who he is, and he's on vacation with me. It's Breaking Brad.
We now have breaking news.
I want to focus primarily here, guys, on the injuries, okay? There's a lot of injuries. There's a lot of craziness. But I want to focus in the news notes mainly on injuries. And then as we get to each position and we go through the studs and sucks, we can take a look and say, hey, man, this guy did well, this guy did bad. But I want to focus on the injuries as kind of like the first priority here, okay? So the first thing in the news is Aaron Rodgers is considered 50-50 for Week 12. I don't know if you guys saw it, but he had a wrist injury. I think he broke his wrist. So he'll undergo further medical evaluation Monday and is reported to describe as a 50-50 to face the Bears. Now, he suffered the injury to his left hand, his non-throwing hand, and was forced out early during Pittsburgh win over the Bengals. So something to monitor. Old man Rodgers dealing with a wrist injury late in his career. And he's too old for this crap. Just get out of here, okay? Anyway, let's keep going here. Drake London likely avoided major knee injury. He believed to avoid this injury, and good for him, man. He suffered a knee injury late in the game and will undergo further testing. So Drake London, who's been pretty hot lately in fantasy, avoiding that injury, okay? Michael Penix could miss additional time. Is believed to have aggravated previous knee injury during Sunday's 30-27 overtime loss to the Panthers. And that was a major upset. I can't believe the Panthers are doing as well as they are. So Michael Penix dealing with his issues there. And then we had injuries, other people as well. Josh Jacobs is set for knee testing here. His knee injury isn't believed to be season-ending, but he'll undergo additional testing today to determine the extent of the issue. So Josh Jacobs takes a beating there to the knee. What else is here in the news here I want to mention here? There's a lot of guys. I just know my feed was constantly going down with injuries. Useless Calvin Ridley, done for the season with fibula injury, coming off injury, and then gets hurt again. That's absolutely ludicrous. I mean, what is going on with this guy? I'm telling you, just absolutely useless, completely. Okay, Imani DeMarcado exited Sunday's game with an ankle injury as well. And I think that's pretty much it, the ones that jumped up. Oh, Tyler Higbee hurts ankle on Sunday as well. What else we got going here? We got so many things here that are worth mentioning. Oh, Lamar Jackson, also questionable return, Sunday's night contest. He was dealing with a foot issue as well. So it's like injury after injury and injury. It just kept going, okay? Now, those are some of the relevant ones. Feel free to drop a comment if I missed anybody that really jumped out that's affecting your team. But man, oh man, has it been crazy with the injuries this entire season, okay? So that's it for latest news and notes here. Let's just get right to the studs and sucks at each position, giving you guys some honorable players to consider for waiver wire week 12, okay? So if you guys are hearing still, hopefully you guys aren't hearing that lawnmower behind me. Hopefully it's not too loud. But these are the outdoor elements. You got to weather the storm when you're out here in the beautiful sunshine. Beautiful sunshine, okay? So again, this is what I like about modern day. You can record remotely with the tools. I didn't turn on noise canceling on this mic because it makes my voice sound muffled. So hopefully you guys aren't hearing that lawnmower too much. but I had to record in the morning. I had to get this out to you because I had to go jump in the pool and do a lot of stuff today. So anyways, that's that. So let's get to the studs of the week here, and let's get to it. Let me actually turn on the noise canceling, see if it works here. Let's see how it works. Let's go here. All right, that should reduce the noise a little bit here. Get rid of that lawnmower in the back. I mean, it's right behind me here. We don't want to hear that. So I turned on some noise canceling. So hopefully that should negate some of that background noise. Okay, so let's get to it here. So the guys that absolutely crushed it here this week, Christian McCaffrey, amazing stuff. Now, Sean Tucker is the stud of the week at the running back position. And this just goes to show you that if there's an opportunity for a guy to absolutely tear it up, he can do that. Sean Tucker, 34 fantasy points, 2 touchdowns, 2 targets, 106 yards, amazing stuff. Travion Henderson on Thursday Night Football tore it up, 32.3 points. And these are players that were absolutely hindered because of the competition in front of them. So it's nice to see them absolutely get an opportunity to thrive this year. Amazing stuff, okay? We got Bijan, amazing. Kenneth Gainwell, believe it or not, gets an opportunity and does well. 29.5 fantasy points. I don't even know how he did that, but he pulled it off, man. And this is the thing. Once you get 2 touchdowns, that's going to pull up those numbers for you, okay? So I would say if it's Kenneth Gainwell available on waiver wire, pick him up. I would definitely try to pick up Sean Tucker. Those guys, I mean, the volume was there. The opportunity was there. Go for it. Achane, Cook, Henry, and Walker and Gibbs all finished in the top 10. Guys that crap the bed. Saquon Barkley, we talked about a decline this year, and this is exactly what's happening here. Saquon Barkley finishing 26th amongst running backs this week. Really, really unacceptable for a guy who was drafted pretty much first overall. Now, I mentioned a decline was going to happen with Saquon Barkley this year, but this bad, I mean, it's crazy. Breece Hall, 8.4 fantasy points, ridiculous. RJ Harvey, set to be the starter, did nothing, absolutely nothing. 8.2 fantasy points, unacceptable. Woody Marks was also primed to have a good game, 6.1 fantasy points. JCM, absolutely doing nothing, and Josh Jacobs getting hurt. So even Kamani Vidal, 3.2. So guys that should have done well absolutely did not. Harvey, Vidal, Jacobs getting hurt. David Montgomery, 4.7 points, right? Woody Marks, all these guys should have done something. Rashad White, 8.2. Breece Hall, all these guys crap the bed. There's a ton of sucks of the week at the running back position. But, you know, Chris Rodriguez, waiver wire, you know, Ollie Gordon, if he's available, Kyle Montague, possible pickup here. We got, again, we talked about Sean Tucker and, you know, Kenneth Gainwell, all good options at the, you know, running back position, okay? When we look at quarterback here, you know, Josh Allen, amazing week yet again, 42.7 points. Bryce Young, he's available on waiver wire. He was hurt, came back into the game. Jacoby Brissett, waiver wire consideration as well, finishing 21.9 points. Justin Fields, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Davis Mills, Drake May, Marcus Mariota, all top 10 guys. I mean, guys like Davis Mills, you know, Baker Mayfield, you know, we so expected, but Davis Mills, you know, Marcus Mariota, Bryce Young, all guys that you would never really consider absolutely crushing it this week in fantasy football. You wouldn't consider these guys being top fantasy guys. Now, the suck of the week at quarterback has to go to a guy, I would say Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff, you know, 12, what do you have? 12 points. Really, really unacceptable. Bo Nix, really, 12 points. Unacceptable for guys that should be absolute starters, okay? Let's move on to the wide receiver position. The guys that tore it up. Michael Wilson, I mean, 33.5 fantasy points. And this is the crazy thing. You got guys coming out, getting hurt, and other guys stepping up. But Michael Wilson, who would have thunk it that he would come up with 33.5 points? McMillan coming into his own here, 33 points. Nico Collins crushing it. Deebo Samuel, Jackson Smith, I mean, wide receiver MVP considerations. Christian Watson having a good game, 20.6. Williams, Diggs, Shavers. Now, here's the thing. We talked about these guys manipulating due to props. A guy like Shavers has no business touching the ball. We got Keon Coleman, a healthy scratch because he's missing team meetings. Shavers comes in, 5 targets, 4 receptions, and a touchdown, and he'll probably end up doing nothing next week. So if you guys are interested in Shavers, I wouldn't be, because it's just, I don't see that being consistent every single week, okay? Drake London also tearing it up, all right? Guys that crap the bed. A.J. Brown, only 12.4 points. Justin Jefferson, only 11. DK Metcalf, 9.9 points. Emeka Egbuka, 9 points. Again, guys that should be performing well just not doing it. Devontae Adams, 7.1. And it's so funny because I was at tennis with my kids, and one of the people that own the tennis club is like, hey, Joe, quick question. I got to pull you over. Who do I start this week? Adams or she called him Jamal Williams, wasn't sure. I'm like, Jameson Williams? She's like, yeah, Jameson Williams. Who do I start? I'm like, definitely go Jameson Williams because Laporta was out. Go with him. And I hope she actually listened to my advice and went Jameson Williams because he absolutely tore up Devontae Adams in fantasy points when you're comparing the two. 19.7 compared to wherever Adams finished 44th, 7.1 excluding the Monday games. Okay, and Jamar Chase, man, 5.7 points or whatever he had, 6 points, spitting on a player, and then after the fact, he said, "No, I did not spit on the player." Dude, you spit on the player. Okay, so it sucks, but there we have it, man. Jamar Chase absolutely crap in the bed with 6 fantasy points. Unacceptable. You, sir, are the suck of the week. Okay, moving on to the tight end position here. Trey McBride, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, all having good games. Guys that crap the bed. Mason Taylor only 7 points. Would like more out of him. Orlando Gaddison, who's been hot this year, did nothing actually. 6.1 fantasy points. Really unacceptable. Kyle Pitts, 3.4 fantasy points. Guys that should be putting up safe points did not do it this week at the tight end position. But congrats to Trey McBride, George Kittle, and Travis Kelce finishing as the top 3 tight ends. As you can see, the top 10 here laid out here, okay? And that's all I got for you. And if you're looking at, waiver wire for tight end, I mean, Darnell Washington, Pittsburgh had 5 targets, maybe a consideration there. Chico Gongwa, maybe. Again, none of these guys are going to be consistent because some of these guys do well because of the touchdown, right? Like Colby Parkinson had a touchdown. That's what gave him the 9.4 points. So, yeah, you could consider some of these guys as waivers. As the guys, take a look at the list here. Who did well in top 10? But then you got to look at the targets and you got to look at were they touchdown heavy? And that's one of the big issues here, okay? Wide receivers, again, considerations. Again, we talked about Shavers, but not really going to be consistent, right? Maybe Mechie, Jets, 3 targets, 3 receptions, touchdown. I don't see that being consistent, Again, you got to see Van Jefferson, Tennessee. Maybe he's kind of stepped up. He had the 7 targets, right? And now we know Ridley's done for good. Maybe a good consideration for waiver wire. But at this point in the game, your team should be awesome. It should be solidified, and you should be good to go. So listen, that's all I got for you when we're talking waiver wire week 12. You got to start your starters. You got to take a look. These are the guys that perform well every single year for me, every single week for me, and those are the guys you got to roll with, okay? If you have any questions, drop them below. Subscribe, thumbs up, hit a thumbs up on your way out, and I'm going to keep content coming to you guys here daily on the #1 Fantasy Football Podcast. I appreciate you being here. I got to go enjoy the sunshine. There's lawnmowers going. There's planes going. There's birds chirping. I got to go out. Hopefully this was working and the noise was canceled enough so it wasn't too much in your ears throughout the entire show. Have yourself an amazing day. If you have any questions specific, drop them below. And if you want direct access, guaranteed, join the Patreon group, patreon.com/FFCounselor for guaranteed access to me and waiver wire and starts and sits help. All right? Have yourself a great day. I'm out.